Watching bars.
It's no longer safe.
No longer hashtag it's no longer safe. The B-Side album review show where we tell you why your favorite artist's new album sucks.
Based on 3 categories, which is lyrics,
production,
and presentation.
And then we give you an overall score, and we determine if they get 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 bars.
Obviously, 5 being the best.
Yeah, 1 to 5 being the best. We're not. That's not golf.
So today we're going to check out R.A. the Rugged Man. And
R.A. the Rugged Man's Legends Never Die. We'll be checking out Kahlee's Blessed.
Yes.
And Pawz One's
Face the Facts.
Face the Facts.
So we're going to go ahead and start off with R.A. the Rugged Man. Let's go ahead and take a look at their video.
Yeah. His video, yeah.
There's only, well...
Hear ye, hear ye. Yeah. In this future of hip-hop history, I'm here to bring on the people's champ, R.A. the Rugged Man.
I'm the champ, I'm the champ, I'm the champ of that.
Put your hands up, time to wild out. This is how we do it, we're here to turn it out. Put your hands up, time to wild out. This is how we do it, we're here to turn it out.
Yo, my flow reminiscent of a prime Grand Poobah. My tongue sharper than the sword to the Japanese Yakuza. Beats always slamming like Dilla, like Ali was the man in Manila. Man, the gorilla, I'm a nicer striker than Anderson Silva. I'm conquering like Hannibal on the back of an elephant. I'm the best even if I'm pink and I'm pale and I'm lacking in melanin. I've been a problem since my first birth date. In the delivery room, my dick hit the ground and it caused an earthquake. The school hallways, I was pissed. As a kid, I was lacking in discipline, ignoring authorities and never listening. I come from slummiest slum villages, killing evil. You come from a village of disco dancing village people. You other rappers, I'm obliterating. My flow is the Michelangelo Sistine Chapel. You ain't even finger painting. Bitch, I'm swinging nunchucks and hitting you dumb fucks and making you duck down like walking rush trucks. I'm eyeing you fat bitches and seeing which one fucks. I'm making the gun bust. I'm bringing the blood guts. Come on, I get it done for the people. I'm the champ for the people. I bring home the title to the people.
I'm the motherfucking champ of that. I'm the motherfucking champ of that.
This isn't money in the Grammy and an Academy Award. It's a brutal lyrical verbal version of Gaddy and Ward. If I bust in your eye, it might blind ya. As a kid I was too hyper, sniffing pancake syrup from Aunt Jemima. Sip wine with Jesus till I'm in a drunken stupor. Then I slap box God and sumo wrestle with Buddha. I ain't dumbing it down, I'm murdering it and gunning it down. These other artists, I'm above them even if I'm under the ground. A rapper with a Maybach or a car that my ass can't afford. I rip out the windshield and I shit on your dashboard. Don't make me laugh, young blood newcomer. Your mother was a crackhead, you a crack baby, fresh out of the dumpster. Smacking your hurt, y'all murk your massacre, mass murder. Blasting your ass, stashing the burner, the trash lurker. I'm worse than Rambo and Burma. I'm dumb in the head, I'm not a fast learner. The white boy version of Nat Turner. Come on, I get it done for the people. I'm the champ for the people. I bring home the title to the people.
I'm the motherfucking champ of that. I'm the motherfucking champ of that.
Yo, Tommy Hearns, marvelous Marvin Hagler with the vernacular. Bullets splattering through your kidney and flying out the back. Yeah, I'm shining like diamonds in Africa. I'm mathematical, scientific like Benjamin Banneker. Rowdier than riots in Attica. I got identity issues, it's self-hatred. A pissed off wigger acting like I just stepped off of the slave ship. I kill any beat and murder any track. Mutilate the snare, rape the kick drum and shit on the hi-hat. Come on, I get it done for the people. I'm the champ. I bring home the title to the people.
I'm the motherfucking champ of that.
Put your hands up, time to wild out. This is how we do it, we're here to turn it out. Put your hands up, time to wild out. This is how we do it, we're here to turn it out.
I let it rock for the people. I'm the champ for the people. I really live for the people. I win it all for the people. That's what we are, we just I'm the champ for the people.
forget the hashtag all the time.
Forget the
They don't know what
hashtag.
that means.
They're gonna know what it means. after this.
Hashtag is no longer saved. B-side album review show. The first album we're gonna review, right? It's R.A. the Rugged Man's 2014 release, 14 of
Legends Never Die.
Legends Never Die, right?
Yes.
I dug it. I thought it was a great fucking album. You know what I'm saying? But what did you think?
Well, I definitely think it was a great album. It's something you could play and you can repeat and literally like just listen to it over and over and over. It never gets old. I think he really just he's at that level where he sets the bar for everybody else. Lyricism. I would put him on the same category as Eminem.
Lyrically, absolutely.
Yes.
And creatively too.
Everything.
Yeah,
Overall, just his wordplay, everything, his everything.
R.A. is the overlooked Eminem that got here like 10 years before Eminem got here.
Yes.
You know what I'm
yes.
saying?
People don't know that though. People really don't know that.
I guarantee you, like half of these people watching don't know who R.A. the Rugged Man is, which is shame on you, right? 'Cause
Shame.
old history lesson from Old Man Concept. R.A. the Rugged Man, right? So was in the studio with Biggie once, right?
Yeah.
And Biggie, he said this. This is what Biggie said, right? They asked him what he thought of R.A. the Rugged Man, and Biggie said, "Quote, damn, I thought I was the illest."
Oh, damn. That's quite the statement.
R.A. the Rugged Man, lyricist in hip hop history.
And he's been around for a long time. I mean, a long time.
And he's proven himself, as in like hasn't sold out, has always delivered the same quality of work. It's just gotten better with time, as in like what he talks about and how he's able to kind of express himself.
I think he got a lot of hate when he was kind of starting off. I think that's why people really.
Again, think about it. You're starting with Tupac and your Biggies and your AZs and all these cats. It's all black dominated.
I heard he was blacklisted for a while.
Well, think about it. If there's this cat who's able to kill anyone you put at him, he's not good for business. He's not good if you're pushing a Biggie or if you're pushing, a Big L. Like, no, this cat can literally compete with them.
Yeah.
He's white. There's not a dominant at that time of hip hop support from the white community.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, so blacklist that.
Yeah, blacklist him. I mean, they really shouldn't have, because more people would have known about him. He wouldn't be so underground, you know.
It's the mentality of record labels. They're fucking retarded. They work backwards. Oh, no, that's too much. Well, that's going to draw attention. It's going to sell albums. Oh, no, but it's not what we're used to. That's not how we do business.
And I think also his, the type of songs he makes, he's kind of like on a I don't really give a fuck who I offend. He's very like, fuck everybody.
Because like we were talking about, it's like he's inviting a battle because he's like, okay, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Come battle.
I don't care if you're black.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're white. I don't care what color you are. Fuck you. And if you want to go against me, then let's go.
That's cool. I'll serve you, and then the discussion will be over. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
So let's get started with the first category, lyrics.
Well, I pretty much covered what I thought about that. I think on this album, his hooks were a little silly, but at the same time, I think that he really he came out with something different, doper, than he usually does. I think that he really set the bar for all the rappers out there, for really just look at him and look at his style, look at his flow, and I gave him a 5 on lyrics.
Absolutely.
And that's pretty high.
Well deserved. Which is 5 again, people. 1 through 5 is the top you can get in that category. In lyrics, you give him a 5. I agree.
5. What did you give him?
Okay, well, lyrically, I think the album was impressive. But then again, I wouldn't expect anything less than R.A. Like, if the album hadn't been lyrically this good, then I knew something was up with R.A., right?
Something was going on.
Something was going on, but that was not the case. So R.A. was able to and keep me entertained from the first song to the last song. There were songs that were completely different from the last one, right? And his lyricism and skills were so impressive that I couldn't wait to hear the next song, because I'm like, if he fucking knocked my socks off on the first track, I can't wait to hear what he does in the 7th or 8th track.
And he switches his style depending on the beat. It's never the same, and it's never, on the same pace. It's always different. It's
personal topics. So topics about his childhood growing up, to his brothers, to killing MCs, to just having fun. He was able to incorporate everything. And like the title says, he's lyrically still one of the best to do it right now.
I think so. I think it was just overall just a dope album. Period.
Dope album,
really.
But lyrically, I also gave it a 5.
A 5? That's pretty high. That's pretty high.
5 out of 5.
I'm sure you guys will probably give it a 5 too.
Check it out. Dig it.
So next category we have
production.
Now production, I really thought the beats were dope, but I think that he really he overpowered the beat. You only hear him, you really don't hear the beat, because he's so dope that he just what beat, So the production, I gave it a 3. I wasn't like totally blown away. You know, I wasn't, whoa, that was just the dopest shit, because I heard him and I didn't hear a beat, honestly. It was just okay. The production was okay, but he made it to where it just sounds dope. It doesn't matter really what the beat, what's going on in the background, because he's just the dope part.
I think he suffers from something that's very rare in the game, that his lyrics are so dope that they overshadow the beat. So the beat is good. Not that it's not. Like, I bet you if you heard like the instrumental to the album, we'd be like, oh, these are dope.
I'd have to hear the instrumental.
But-
Coming to you soon. No, I'm just
But because RA's lyrics are so precise and on point and so entertaining, that any beat that was behind it is secondary. It's a far second.
It is. It is, and that's kind of a downfall for him. But at the same time, it's not. So.
And let me ask this. I don't know. Maybe you have, RA, but where's there like a primo beat, or where is there like a, you know what I mean? Like, I want to hear you with some legends. Like, you know what I mean? Like, get some.
That's what I'm saying. The whole blacklisted thing, I think it all goes to that, because he can really go up to these people and really be like, hey, give me a beat. Yeah. But he doesn't. Either he's on his own shit, like, I don't need your shit, I got my own shit. Or he's just like, or they don't want to fuck with him like that.
You know what it is too? I bet you that he does work, but they don't say it. Like, it's not like, oh, this is a evidence beat, or this. They just kind of like, you know, let it slide, or you know.
No, I think no, because I think that he would give him that credit if that was somebody that produced, you know, some of his stuff.
Okay,
well, when have you known of that? Like, let it slide, well, like when you have a dope beat like that.
I'll tell you something. We're getting a little bit off topic, but it is known that producers that, like, people want to work with producers, they'll change their name of the producer. Even let's say it's evidence, he'll change it to like EV or E.
Why?
Right?
But why?
Because it'll be automatically assume what type of song it'll be when you see the name. So if you
or is it affiliated more with you know, who he's signed to and who this is that?
It could be
rights and copyrights.
It's like authors. Like, authors have Hemingway was also Robinson or whatever. You know, they just changed it for the audience and all that stuff. And maybe there is some politics involved.
Or maybe he has his own style, and the person that produces his beats is really just filling them. Or
maybe it's just a huge fucking asshole and no one wants to work with him. I don't know. It's possible.
You know what? I've seen him at a show, you know, performing live, and he was kind of just talking shit to his DJ the whole time. Just, hey, man, can't even get this DJ to play right. What's wrong with this DJ? And that was his DJ. That was his DJ.
I have interviewed R.A. the Rugged Man on Wake the Flock Up. Check it out. And great interview, but he's not who he portrays himself to be live on stage. And I don't know if he's going to get mad at me for saying that.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, okay. Like, on stage, he's like, I'll rape your mom and I'll fucking shit on a baby. You know what I mean? Like, he'll say that kind of shit, right? Yeah. But like, behind the scenes, he was all like he almost like blushed a couple of times, and he was like, oh my God, bro. Like, no, don't say that. Like, I don't know what's happening. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
It's his persona. It's his stage. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. But you don't gotta diss your DJ. He's your DJ. He's the one doing the thing. Unless the DJ really. It wasn't an act, because the DJ really looked like he was starting to sweat.
Oh, he's like,
he was starting to sweat.
He's like, I know.
And he's like, can I get a real DJ up in this bitch?
Ooh, damn.
And that's his DJ.
Well, how do you know it wasn't the house DJ?
No, that was his DJ.
It was his DJ.
That was his DJ.
Okay. All right. So
production, I gave it a 3.
You gave it a 3.
Yeah.
Production, I'm gonna do a little better, and I'm gonna give it a 4.
4.
Yeah, the reason being is because some of the beats were super dope, and the one thing also the beats managed to do is kind of keep up with RA, at least somewhat.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't like you could hear like the lyrics are super dope, but the it's like a MF Doom, like all the lyrics are dope, but the beats are garbage. Like, it kind of distracts you. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't.
No, it wasn't. They weren't bad beats at all. They were good. They were good. They weren't. To me, they just weren't great.
I mean, yeah, you got. It's hard to catch up with RA on that talent level.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You'd have to be someone like you were just talking about.
But the beats were dope. Everything from media midgets to definition of rap flow. It was
shoot
tight.
Me in the head.
Super dope. So
that's
to
one
me,
of my favorites.
Production, I gave it a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. That's not bad. So presentation. Go ahead and take it on presentation.
Now presentation, stay with us. Presentation kind of involves a couple things. So presentation is obviously physical presentation of the album. Was the cover there? Was there a back? Did it give me all the information I needed? And also publicity. Did he do videos? Did he do shows? Did he tour?
How well was it put out there?
Exactly. Well, presentation, it was good. It was a good album. It was he has displayed himself as Napoleon, so he has his hand in his thing. Legends Never Die makes sense to me. I know for a fact he toured because that's when we interviewed him when he was on tour for it. And videos. Videos are super dope.
He knocked out a bunch of videos.
He did a bunch of videos. He did a bunch of promo. He did a bunch of things. That's why he was on the show.
And you know what? You know what pisses me off about that? When you look at the videos and you see how many views they have, they should have like millions.
No, Justin
Millions.
Bieber's new shit though has millions.
Oh God. Let's not. We're gonna review him next. I'm just kidding. No, not on bars.
I'm gonna go negative.
You gotta be up to certain. You know.
At least gotta go. You at least gotta be.
You at least gotta rap.
You at least gotta suck, right? You at least gotta suck, and if you're like below suck, like you're just not gonna get on.
Yeah, no.
So keep that in mind when you send your shit in people.
So what do you rate him?
Presentation overall. He produced. It was dope. Dope cover, dope everything inside. He did a bunch of promo for it. I give it another 4 out of 5.
That's good. I would have to agree with that. I would have to agree because he did put a lot of videos out there. People knew about it. He was, doing the tour, everything. So altogether, a 4 out of 5 as well.
4 out of 5, baby, not too bad. So for my total, it's a total of 13.
Oh.
With your total being
12.
12 for a total of
23.
Is that right? I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not great with math.
23.
I think it's 25.
Is it 25?
Yeah.
It is 25. You're right.
It is 25.
It is 25.
Shout out to my wife who pointed out the fact that we can't count in our head being grown
Hell
adults.
yeah, we can't count. No,
but
we
it's
can
okay.
count.
I mean,
We can count. We
I don't
can
need to
count.
What's up? That's 25 out
25.
of 30.
25 out of 30, which
Giving
gives
him
him
5 bars.
5 golden bars.
5 golden bars. So again, out of 1 through 5 bars, he got the top amount, which is a 5 bar. Platinum,
And now, how hard is it to get a 5 bars?
super hard. So like,
I mean, you gotta be
BRA
or
level,
someone at that level.
At that level
really.
to get 5. We don't get our 5s too much, which
Yeah.
kind of brings us to a little bit to album review that the audio wasn't present for. And I know you guys could see me like jumping around. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, it was a really good review.
Yeah.
It was for Michael Myers and
Tony Clifton,
And Tony.
the Mike and Tony show, and that album was super dope.
that also got 5
And
bars.
that also got 5 bars. So
Golden bars.
Unless you are Mike Myers or Ari the Rugged Man or someone like that, you're not gonna get 5 bars. We don't just fucking hand them out, people. All right, it's in the source. You
And
can't borrow shit.
overall, you really got to check out that Michael Myers.
Check it out.
It is dope. Every beat on there is ridiculous. Everything, the production, the lyrics, everything is just a grown man's album. It's grown man music.
Grown
Or
man
woman.
bars. Shout out. So yes, Ari the Rugged Man, 25 out of 30, 5 bars.
5 golden bars. All right. So next we
Yeah.
have who?
Oh, next we have Kahlee, Topdime, right?
Okay.
Blessed.
Bless. Let's take a listen to that.
Check that out.
Yeah. Yeah. They call me Kahlee. Yeah. Not Cali. Check it in case you ain't know. Pay attention, though. See, I was born in Hawthorne, raised in Gardena. Stage names, the first half of the name gave by my Nina. And then my grandma called me Kahlee, so I took it and ran. The cops saw me, dropped the streak from my hand. Getting up spots high in the hood, but never that all city rider. Repping the good to get my city higher. My homies know me how I've been inspired. My circle moving while they spinning tires. Focus my vision to my brains rewired. My heart stained, eyes fired. My lost loved ones living my raps. Came up betting on sports cards and craps. I went from comic books, sports cars and ads. Rolling with street cats, holding gas, but wasn't there with that. I slummed Buddha, but never told her to shoot her. Money always on my mind, so I was on the grind for Buddha. Only went to school to make my brother happy. Hope I did you proud. Still on that 9 to 5 hustle, banging my music loud. Written some of my illest lyrics at the workplace. Guess you could say I'm getting paid double time, so I work late stacking. Already made it happen. Wife, you got a bun in the oven. I'm in the stove. But priorities of a husband got me running to the spot that's got the bomb hot chocolate. And just thinking about my seed keep me higher than a rocket. My work ethic and effort about to reach bounds and leaps past these rap clowns and sheep. So here I am standing where I plan to be. I ain't living for myself no more, I'm living for my family. It's money on my mind, but for a different reason now. Not the man I used to be, young, dumb, and running wild. My reflection in the mirror smiling back at me, I love it. Still about this music.
music, but I'd rather be a better husband. Not the man I used to be, but now I get it, I was wrong. Cause the man I'm turning into's the man I've been all along. Guess it was there the whole time. You could say I lived a life of crime, victimless, with no hands on a pistol grip. Picture this, a pea shrooms and the speakers in my room. Fabric softener in the tube to disguise the chronic weed fumes. I put bubblegum in drawers, I kept my urban, so it came with different smells and helped sell when I was serving. Had that big red cinnamon, watermelon in winter fresh, berry with a special.
Still with us?
Yeah, they're
If
with
not,
us. They're
fuck
still
you.
with us.
Because I know for a fact there's nothing out better than right now than B.A.R.S.
Yeah.
BSideShow.net. Here at beautiful B-Side Shop in West.
In West
No,
Covina,
no, I think it's
California.
regular Covina.
Is it regular
I
Covina?
think Covina 130 Shoppers Lane.
Oh, you're right.
In Covina. I'm
Oh,
always
come
right.
on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
We drove here. How did we get here?
So check it out. You'll find some of the dopest independent gear in the house, and some of the dopest BSideShow.net gear like this. You'll see this dope bucket hat I'm wearing. You know what I'm saying? And you'll find my Wake the Flock Up shirts here. So check it out.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and start on the three categories, which is lyrics,
Production and presentation.
yes.
So lyrically, what did you think of Kahlee's Blessed?
You know what? He does have a really dope flow. This is the first time I've heard of him and I've heard his music. I thought it was good. I thought his lyrics. I thought he wrote the beat. He was in pocket. Everything, all of the above. I felt like I knew him as well when I listened to the album. He was very, very, very personable on that album. So for that, I did give him a 3.
Yeah.
A 3.
A 3, huh?
Yeah, a 3.
Why not a 4?
A 3 out of 5. Yeah.
Why not a 4?
Oh, why not a 4? Well, why not a 5? I mean, he was just.
Well, come on.
He's not.
Don't. Come on. It's not a 5. But I'm just saying. What was the difference between a 3 and a 4?
I felt like a lot of it was repetitive. That's why. But it was good, but it was just repetitive. I felt like after I was done listening to the album, I was done listening to the album.
Yeah. I know Kahlee personally, which has no effect on my review, as you will see later. I respect Kahlee as an MC. He hustles. He does his work. He does that.
That's dope.
But this album in particular, before I say the positive, let me get into the. Oh, sorry. Were you finished with yours?
Yeah.
Okay, you said a 3, right?
A 3, yeah.
Okay, so lyrically for me, I felt that the album was good. Kahlee sounds to me like he doesn't really have trouble like with his bars. Like that's not an issue. Like him
Smooth.
running out of bars is not there. He transitions from bars to bars better than I probably heard anyone in the scene do. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm a fuck. It's like the transition is clear and he like sits down and he has an understanding.
Natural.
It's natural, and he understands where he's going with the verse. I like it.
Stays on topic.
Stays on top. It's dope. But the album, I don't want to listen to the album a second time.
Why?
I feel like Bless is very personal of an album, right? And almost too personal to where like I can't relate to it. Like I can understand Kahlee from me. Like I get it. Oh, this is dope. This is as a fan, it helps me understand Kahlee better. Okay. But for me, it's not something that I can like bump on my anywhere or anything like that, or that I can repeat.
By the time you were done, you had enough of it.
I had enough of the album.
You had enough of him and the album. You were like, I know you already way too much.
It's too personal, bro.
Too personal.
I don't need to know. No, which is good though. Which is good because now it's a fan. But it's like a Passion of the Christ. You seen that movie, Passion of the Christ?
Yeah, of course.
Great fucking movie, right?
Yeah.
Would you watch that movie over and over again?
No, I can't. It's just, you know what? It's just draining. It's draining. Yeah. It's just emotionally, I'm just like, I'm done. I'm just, by the time I'm done, I need a nap. You know what I mean?
I hear you. And Kahlee, I don't know what that says about your album, dude, but lyrically, I gave it a 3 because making me want to repeat it again, it didn't make me do that, but it made me understand you a lot better. And it is really impressive. Your flow is very there. So
like maybe have a little bit of mystery,
or make some off the wall. Throw.
Let me interpret what I'm listening. Don't tell me.
It's
like
very
what
specific. It's like
I
was born in Glendale, and then I moved to Glendale when I was 3. But
I was 9 pound 6 ounces when I was born. 22 inches
at the hospital at 11:45, not 46. It's like, all right, Doc, I get it. Like it's continuing.
I know you. You know.
Also, lyrically, I give it a 3. So, production. What you think of production?
Production, I wasn't really feeling the production too much. Honestly, some of it was dope. It was very up and down. It wasn't consistent. Yeah. It wasn't consistent. But like I said, there was some songs that he made videos for that were really dope. Yeah. The beats were, they were banging, but it wasn't consistent. It was kind of a lot of whoa, and then up here and then down here. So because of that, I had to give him a 2.
Ooh, a 2 on production.
A 2.
Okay. I agree. I gave him 2 as well, and the reason I did that is no beat stood out above any other beat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And the fact that his flow is so water-like, so like fluid, that didn't help it like any beat like kind of take place on top of any other beat.
You know what? I gotta make a correction. I actually gave him a 1.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
All right, well,
I have to correct that because I don't want
again,
the scores to come up and they don't match
For
what
the
I'm saying. I'm
record,
so sorry.
So Topdime gave your Kahlee's production a 1.
A 1.
And I gave it a 2. I thought the production was there. It was decent. It was good. But again, it's not like there's one song that I want to hear
That
all over
stood out.
again.
I was like, maybe it sounds like something you've heard before, maybe a little bit.
It's too familiar. Like it's
yeah,
like I get
like
it.
you
bro.
just know too much of it.
So it was the production was decent.
Yeah.
It was decent.
was
So now
decent.
let's move on to Kahlee's Blessed. We're doing a presentation.
Now,
Again, it involves the actual presentation of the disc.
how it looks.
Did he promote it and did he do videos and did
Put it out there.
Did I know about it? So
Did I know
what did
about
you
it?
think? What did you grade on?
You know what? His presentation was dope.
Yeah.
You know that the album cover
Yeah,
was
no doubt.
original. The graphics on there were original. I think it even had like a texture to it, didn't it?
It was like a
Like a pop-up or something,
it
but
looked
not like a
like
3D.
a church window.
Yeah.
So if you guys pick up the album, it's worth buying. Pick up the album, and actually like the cover has texture to it. It's like
Yeah.
pop up. It's a beautiful album.
And not only that, you get 2 CDs, the same CD, so you can give one to your friend.
It literally says that on there. Here's one copy. Here's the other copy for you to give away to a friend.
Yeah, it says if you feeling it, give it to somebody.
That's realism in an artist who's willing to give away his art. He believes in it
Yeah.
enough, and he asked that you help him out and pitch it and buy it for like $10, whatever it was, and it was cool.
I love the fact that he had his fam on there.
Yeah.
I think that's dope. I think
on the
he's-
cover, it's Kahlee, his wife, and his newborn. So
That's awesome.
pretty dope.
Awesome. So because
Uh-huh.
I all of that, I gave him a 4.
4, pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
pretty
good.
high. That's pretty high.
Like I said, the album cover, the album itself is beautiful. I want to keep it. I want to just have it just to look at and kind of show off.
I want to know where you got that printed.
Yeah,
That's how dope it is.
Kahlee is the dude that'll have like wristbands and buttons and
All
laminates.
the works.
The whole thing, and I don't know. I've asked him a couple of times for some things. Maybe he keeps it secret or whatever.
And how many videos does he have for this album?
So he has I think 3 full-length videos.
Okay.
But he also released like a series where he spit like maybe like the first verse of every song.
That's dope.
So he has like 8 of them that are just
So he
trailed
really
down.
just put it out there.
And he promoted it while he went to because again Kahlee was on Wake the Flock Up and we gave him an interview for the show. He did a B-side, all this other stuff. He went and he did them, and then he did a tour to push the show.
Where did he do the tour?
The tour was called.
Where was it, or where?
Oh, and so it's spread throughout the county. So
Okay,
he had
okay.
shows in Gardena,
Like local.
in Orange County,
Oh,
in
okay.
LA. So he went and he
Dope.
hit those spots.
That's the way to do it.
I was on tour with him. I actually went tour and I hosted a couple
That's
cities with
dope.
him. Shout out to that. So he worked his ass off for it. The videos that are full length are pretty good, and the whole 8 separate videos for a minute longer is a pretty good idea.
Yep.
I gave it a 4. Total 4. Absolutely.
That's dope. That's
amazing.
dope. That's dope. So altogether,
Yeah. So with my score being a score of 9,
and mine's a 9 as well.
it's a total of 18. Yours is a 9. Are you sure? It's an 8. So
It's an
mine's
8.
a 9. Yours is an 8 for a total of 17, giving Kahlee 3 bars.
3 bars. That's pretty good.
It's a good amount of bars.
That's
people.
worthy of picking up the album.
I'd say pick up the album.
Pick it up.
Absolutely.
You might just get all too familiar, and you might just love it.
There's albums I'm sure that we're gonna tell you don't pick this fucking album up.
Yeah, they're
because
probably
we love
quite
you
a
and we're
few.
looking out for you guys. You know what I'm saying? But this one,
Like, save your money. Save your money.
buy a beer, some relax.
Oh, michelada.
Ooh. I like how you kind of brought it back to our sponsor.
Bring it back.
They
They should
Modelo's-
be.
That should be.
They really should.
Have them roll up by the cases.
Have the Modelo girls here, you know what I mean, inside. All of it, all of the works.
My wife would kill me. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. We give it a total for 17, right? Giving it 3 bars.
3 bars.
So buy the album's 3 bars.
Yeah.
Our next song, I'm very excited. It's Pawz 1,
Face the facts.
Face the Facts. We can jump right into that unless we got a video for it.
We got a video for it.
Yes, we do. So check out the
Check it
video, Pawz 1's Face the Facts.
Yeah.
And I'll pop lock until we're out of the scene. Like this. I'm not great at it, but
That's when the Modelo hits.
Popping bodies dropping the curve. It's not a popular movie. It's helicopters and narcs. The cars are unmarked. Undercover cops in the park. The shots in the dark. They light up the night. The fiends fighting just to light up their pipes. There was a night that I decided to write. Recite on the mic. The life that I witnessed. Describing the sickness. I'm striving to fit this inside a structure. The system is gonna rupture. It's destined to self-destruct. The signal was interrupted. Their message is so corrupted. Our children are being abducted. And prisons are being constructed. My people are screaming fuck it. I'm heated and learn to tuck it. Can't wait for my turn to bucket. Get struck in the face with truth. Fuck it, just face the proof. Tornado, the flows are fatal. I'm waiting to raise the roof. Face facts, facing the heat. Spitting slicker than the oil that they pump in the drums. The revolution doesn't come from the tongues. You see, it comes from the barrels of guns. Now ask the mothers when they bury their sons. I'm legendary over various drums. I carry light through different areas, American slums. We fought for crumbs like a flock of birds, knowing it's absurd. I try to drop it in the proper words and look at Waka Flocka. Cause the kids wanna imitate when they could be a doctor. So cancerous, the mainstream is rotting the brain. The only answer is to drop it. It's a popular game to follow trends with your phony friends and popular names. You're popping them things and hugging the block. The plot thickens when you're locked in the chains for having drugs in your sock. See, there's more than one way that we could reach for the top. Yeah, to each his own. I'm reaching home. The streets are known for being heartless and they're colder than stone. Strong enough, I survived through the tough times. Made it out the devil's trap. Tell them that.
oh no, you gotta finish telling me that
No,
story.
no, I don't.
Oh shit.
So that was Pawz 1, Face the
Pawz
Facts.
I think
Face the Facts.
was a pretty good album.
That was great, fantastic.
Look, dog. The album was like a shooting star. You know what I'm saying? Like if a star's shooting in the sky and it's so bright, it lights up the sky, right?
He just, he lit up the whole room. It was like Pawz 1.
That's why
No,
Pawz
that shit was
that's why
tight.
Pawz 1 image.
It was really dope. So
Look, bro.
3 categories. Lyrics first. What do you think about?
Lyrically, Pawz. I mean, look. You know, Pawz 1. You know, Pawz is that cat who takes his art very seriously. Very seriously. He understands the business side of it, but that doesn't stop him from really like involving himself in the albums. It doesn't stop him from giving 100% in every track that he drops. That's very obvious. And Pawz is a pro. So lyrically, the album was really dope. He had songs that were different from other songs. Lyrically, he kept up with the beats. It wasn't like he was struggling.
Yeah.
Not like one was, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't struggling with anything. And his flow is present and the wordplay was there and he had fun with it. He was also very intense. Like Officer Down, one of my favorite tracks on the album. Officer Down was very descriptive. Yeah. He broke it down. The fucking freeways will be named after you.
He paints a picture.
I mean, he paints it. You know what I'm saying? He paints a picture, and he was able to do that. And he was present there on the album. Super dope. I give lyrics 4 out of 5.
For anything negative that you felt was negative about it. Because you didn't give it a 5, you give it a 4. So
yeah, I give it a 4, not a 5, only because I felt maybe Pawz, in my opinion, needs to flex more.
In what way?
Like, I would love to see Pawz like wowed out on a track. Okay. And that's just maybe because that's the kind of hip hop I listen to.
Yeah.
Cannabis, Chino, where it's just like, like, you know? Not that he's not very hip hop and very almost battle driven, as in like, I don't think he's battle driven enough, almost. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's comfortable where he is and he knows that. Okay. Like, there's no one really fucking with Pawz. You know what I'm saying? There's no one really fucking with Pawz. So he knows that, so he doesn't really like attack the track on a MC Vicious battle type way. Okay. Which I would love to see more Pawz do. Outside of, but that's my only complaint, and maybe it's just me being like reflecting my personal likes in hip hop. But outside of that, it was a 4, man. It was solid lyricism.
That's
super dope.
I mean, I have to kind of disagree a little bit with that, only because I feel
fuck you then.
Only because I feel he's if anything, that's what he is. He's vicious. He's mad. He's angry. I can feel it. Every song is like, fuck you. You know, he's on every song, and that's just his delivery, and that's his flow. I think what it is about Pawz 1 is that he almost studied the art of lyricism and how to construct a verse in the pocket every single time. Just swing that verse and in the pocket. And I think because of all that together, I think it makes him, you know, on a higher scale than where his, you know, maybe his mixtapes were or anything else. I heard him spit differently on this album than I have on his mixtapes or anything else that he's done.
But
He's
this,
really picked
he
it up.
seemed very controlled for this album. Is what I'm saying.
You know what it
Does that make
is?
sense?
He's very monotone. That's what it is.
He is also that.
And because,
Also
but
that.
you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It could be a bad thing or a good thing, however you want to take it. But I think that's why you feel like he's not wilding out, because that's not his you know, his delivery style. I think he's very all like, fuck you, you know what I mean? He's very on like a, and he's angry, but I can tell he's angry.
I hate to bring him up again because I'm not that big of a fan, but like MF Doom, like again, monotone, he's like the same tone, but his bars like, brrr, you know what I'm saying? And that also kind of what the reason I feel is like he's just not, there's no like up and down, you know what I'm saying? It's all steady.
But what about the song he did with Self Provoked? He killed that shit.
Whoa,
He
we were
was like,
talking about this backstage.
he said what style? Okay, I got you on that style.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Pawz.
Switch
Correct me
the
if I'm
style
wrong.
up.
This is what happened. So Pawz got on a track with Self Provoked. He knew Self Provoked was gonna be like the person to be that everyone was looking for to stand out, right?
Yeah, he knows his best attributes.
Yes. So he goes, Self is gonna come tight on this track, and he's gonna do Self Provoked. I, as Pawz One, the owner of the track, right? Pawz featuring Self Provoked. I'm gonna have to come way iller than Self.
I'm gonna have to put like my style, combined with his style, and even doper,
and he Pawz, you fucking he managed to do it.
Murder.
To me, Pawz had the best verse on that.
When it was his turn to spit his verse,
he delivered.
He was just like, I was like, what
I wish I would see more Pawz like that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Like more, like that Pawz. I want to see like a whole mixtape of just that Pawz.
Yeah, but then that would change. You know, that would completely change up his whole style.
And I know how hard he worked on this specific album. Having talked again, Pawz has been on the show. The reason and to promote it again, but I know how personal this album was to us. How much struggle it had. So it wasn't him. This wasn't the time for him to flex. It was more like a.
I felt, you know, and to say that, I felt like he was, for this whole album, I felt like he wasn't as personable. Like he wasn't, you didn't know who he was at the end. I felt like he was doing music. He was doing, you know, he was letting you know that this is bullshit and he was kind of talking about life in essence.
Very general,
very, you know, issues of life, real issues, real, you know, real issues out there. And he was really just putting it out there.
No doubt.
But it wasn't as personal. Like this is what, you know, this is me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't feel like he was doing that. I felt it was more like, look, social issues, check it out. This is why America's fucked up. Check it out. And that's dope.
So lyrically, I give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Yours?
I gave it a 4 as well.
4. Perfect.
A 4 as well.
Let's move on to production. 1 out of 5. What did you give?
Okay. Production, I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was. I think that he could have got better production a little bit, maybe on some other shit, you know, on some. The beats weren't hitting home. They weren't hitting, you know, like that crunch when you hear a beat, you're like, woo, you know what I mean? You just can't, you can't take it. You can't handle it. On some shit, on some Michael Myers shit, you know what I mean?
Well,
some like every beat is a banger. Like I want the instrumentals.
Seriously, check out that fucking Michael. We gotta stop talking about Michael Myers.
He's just dope. I'm sorry, that whole album.
Mike
is dope.
and Tony show. Fucking check it out. But then we're talking about Pawz One.
Okay, Pawz One. So, but it was dope. The beats were dope. Some of the beats were, you know, up there. So I'd give it a 3.
Give it a 3. Production. Okay. I give it a 4. And the reason I give it a 4 is because, like we talked about in the RA, I think the beats matched Pawz's skills. Like, not to say the beats were super dope, because Pawz was super dope on the album.
He stood out over the beats, though.
But he did. But the hip hop, the boom bop was
essence?
there. It was present.
Oh yeah.
The essence. Sure. You can't. People don't understand. Like, dude, seriously, whatever emotions and thoughts you put into something, it stands out, and the emotions were there. So I went on the Ariano track. I understood Pawz. I got Pawz. It made sense. His emotions came through. The production helped him do that. The scratches were there. The thought of so like every song,
Well-rounded, good foundation just overall.
I don't think you can replace like the verse from Face the Facts to bringing it back. Like you couldn't switch to he wrote to the beat and it was like obvious, like it fitted perfectly. I think that's something that people don't do enough. Production wise, I would like to see him do something different, like try out, just go out on a limb and do some wild shit.
You don't think his production changed from like his other music he's done before, like his mixtapes? It changed on his album?
It got more, not that it got better, it got more professional, if that makes sense. Like it got more solid. It was like more real beats, like
more
you could
full,
see
just
studio quality, finished, complete beats.
I agree.
So I give him a 4 out of 5 for production.
Okay, so presentation.
Yep.
Presentation. Let me just say, this guy has been putting in work. Everybody knows about him. If you don't know about him, you've been literally under a rock. He's been putting it out there. He has tons of videos for this album. And because of all the work, everything he's been putting, the way the album was put together, just the whole thought process of everything overall, I would give it a 4.
4. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I would have to agree on every note. Pawz has worked from everyone from Razzcast, Ariano again, Master Ace, again, to Self-Provoked, to Local Cats Evolve. So like even though he's reached certain pinnacles in his career, he's still very much Pawz. He doesn't let that kind of like
and that's what's dope about it. He sticks to what he does, and that's me. You know what I mean?
The album was dope. The cover was dope. Face the Facts. It had a legends on the background, and it kind of it gave a real.
It did.
It did. So it was great. And of course he toured for it, and of course he did videos for it, and of course he's still pushing it and does it and does other stuff. And he hasn't stopped working since then.
He's never stopped working. He works day and night. You know what I mean? He's like one of those people who just write all day.
The Pawz one that we know now is not the Pawz one that was around like a year ago, because
he's not taking that shit no more.
He's not taking it no more. And
Face the facts.
I think he's good with it. I think he finally he's not concentrated on the fact that he's not getting the props. He's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it so much where they can't.
I'm gonna make you give me the props.
Yeah, you can't do anything but give me props. And Pawz, you're fucking killing it, dog. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, your hustles is one of the best one in the game. One of the best.
It is. He is like a militant when it comes to that.
MCs in the scene. You want to be someone? Be Pawz one.
Be Pawz.
Do that.
I gotta say his hooks. Yeah. His hooks really improved from his other music. He really picked it up a notch. I just had to throw that in there because I know, he said he was kind of working on, making him sound, a little bit more catchier, just doper overall, and he really nailed it for this album.
So shout out to Pawz one for that.
Congratulations.
I gave him a 4. So a total of 4 for lyrics, 4 for production, 4 presentation, giving him a total of 12 from me.
11 from me.
Which makes it to 23, which makes 4 bars.
4 bars.
Pretty good.
4 silver.
Pretty good. Is that silver?
That's silver.
Wait, do we go diamond? Because we could go diamond.
We're going. We said it was 5 gold,
so gold,
4 silver, then bronze,
and then 2 is
then plastic. Plastic.
Your wood, your doo-doo.
Your wood.
So shout out to Pawz one.
It's coaster worthy.
4 bars, respectable 4 bars. Great album. Go buy them. Any of these albums, you will have fun listening to them. More than one of these albums, you'll have fun just putting it on repeat. The R.A., you will not take it off repeat. It is a fucking great album. Just keep listening. Keep listening. Keep listening to.
He inspires. When you listen to him, he inspires, honestly.
People can dream to be that, but lyrically, chances are you'll never reach that. He's just blessed with those skills.
He's just born with it. You know what I mean? I'd like to see him and Eminem battle.
He's called for it.
I'd pay.
He's called for
it. Not pay for it had to happen. I'd put into it. You know what I mean?
M don't want it, though. I don't think.
You know what? There's a lot of Eminem fans out there that would, say, nah, Eminem will take it. Eminem, that's Eminem. So it's kind of like, more people know about
people
Eminem.
That say that haven't heard R.A.'s album.
Probably they haven't, but they need to. That's why we're doing this.
Check it out. So again, R.A. got 5 golden solid bars. Kahlee's Bless got 3, and Pawz one's Face the Fact got 4. So those are the albums we'll review this week. Come back. Are we doing this bi-weekly now?
Next week. We're going to be here next week.
Next week, I think.
9 o'clock.
Stay tuned. We'll let you know. I'm a busy man.
No, it is. It's 9. It is next setup for next week.
Is it
unless
really?
it's changing.
I don't know.
Unless I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Either way,
So B.A.R.S B-Side album release show on BSideShow.net.
it's no longer safe.
It's no longer safe.
Hashtag.
Again, I'm Concept714. Follow
Topdime.
me at Wake the Flock Up. I am the host of the greatest hip hop podcast on the planet.
On the planet.
Wake the Flock Up. You know what I'm saying? Check us out. And where we interview your favorite artists, people Prevail and Sage Francis.
All of the good stuff.
Too many to mention.
And also want to mention the website, BSide.com. Check it out.
Yep.
They also have a bunch of gear here, so if you're looking for some hip-hop gear, you got to check it out. Come down to
Check it out.
Covina.
So before we leave, people making songs, people making albums, remember that.
It's no longer safe.
Hashtag, baby.
So think
Hashtag.
about, really think about it.
No
next
longer
thing,
safe. Because your albums suck. I'm going to tell you ahead of time. So you got to try to convince me why they don't.
Convince everybody why they're dope.
So shout out to you. Peace out. Love and harmony to y'all.
Whoop, whoop.